Echo Park, a new beginning, let's go. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Baby said she wanna go to the game. Taught her how to say Padres gang. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Mitchell and Ness with the old school name. All of the homies holler Padres gang. Yeah, that.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Talking Friars pregame show for August 1st, 2022. Ben Fadden here, Padres and Rockies. 6:40 is the first pitch. Not a busy news day at all, huh? Holy cow. Padres get Josh Hader. And they trade Trevor Rogers, Estier Ruiz, Robert Gasser, and Lamet. That was the one guy I was forgetting. There's that. Musgrove signs the extension, 5 years, $100 million, makes that official. I think I already said Will is back. Oh, Nick Martinez is back as well. Oh, some guy has his bike right now upside down. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's riding on the street. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll look back on the replay, but there's this guy on a bike, two-wheel bike, and he has one wheel up in the air, and he's riding on one wheel. What the heck? Anyway, I'm looking over Petco right now, and so that was kind of weird that I saw. But there's a lot going on today. 6:40 is the first pitch. Clev is on the mound against Antonio Senzatella. And, I like what I've seen out of Clevenger as of late. I mean, he's looking like that Cleveland version of Clevenger that we saw when he was with Cleveland, obviously, and what we saw when he was a Padre kind of in 2020 at that start before he obviously got hurt at the end of that season, and then 2021 he had, he didn't pitch. But I mean, all that matters right now is how he's doing right now, and he's pitching really, really well right now. And so I think the bullpen's set up pretty well. I mean, I think they'd stay away from Chris Matt with the doubleheader tomorrow. And obviously, it would be huge for Clevenger to go like 7 innings tonight. I don't know if that's like too much to ask, but that would be huge for Clev to go 7 innings. And then that would give the bullpen, or the majority of the bullpen, a rest going into tomorrow, because tomorrow's the doubleheader, trade deadline day. A lot could happen tomorrow, by the way. And Josh Hader is probably going to be activated tomorrow, I would think. I wouldn't expect him to be playing today. I don't even know if he's here yet. But they get a boost tomorrow. But maybe Martinez pitches today since he hasn't pitched in a while and they're activating him, give him a couple innings. So maybe, I think the best case scenario could be Clevenger, and then you just have Nick Martinez finish it since he has a fresh arm. And then you literally just have the bullpen rested. You give them a full rest day today, and then they're able to go pitch tomorrow in the doubleheader, and each guy throws an inning or two in one of the two games. I think Reese Kinnear is at Petco today. I saw that tweet from someone, and he's going to start one of the two games tomorrow. I think Darvish would start the other. So the one that Kinnear pitches, they're probably going to want, Morahone, Chris Matt, those guys available to come in after Kinnear, because, Darvish, you can probably count him for 7 innings, but you can't count that, obviously, for Kinnear. He's probably more of like a 5-inning guy, and you just get whatever you can out of him, and then there you go. But it's hard to focus totally on tonight's game. My Padre pick is going to be Jurickson Profar. Homered yesterday. He was my Padre pick, I think, yesterday. Got that right. I wanted to go Myers because he's back tonight, but I can't totally do that. I don't know. Yeah, he does good against the Rockies, but it feels like it's at Coors Field when he does really good against the Rockies, Everyone's focus, obviously, is on Soto still because he hasn't been dealt. And obviously, that's where my focus is kind of going to be, because I don't think Wilson Contreras is going to get dealt until Juan Soto gets dealt. I just don't. Ian Happ might, if the Cubs don't want to package Contreras and Happ. They only want to have Contreras, or they only want Ian Happ to go. I think Juan Soto just hit a home run off Max Scherzer, so elevating his trade value even more. There was a report out by someone, I think it was John Morosi, said about the Cardinals today. It was just like within the hour, saying that the Cardinals have not been willing to part with Dylan Carlson and their top prospects, the Padres are willing to do that. That's what it seems like. They're willing to part with Abrams. They're willing to part with Gore and top prospects like Hassel, like Wood, right? So maybe the Padres have the advantage with that, but the Dodgers are still in the back of my mind. I'm not going to just shut out the Dodgers just because all of the reports are saying the Padres and the Cardinals. Like, I'm not hearing a whole lot about the Dodgers, but I'm not going to forget them because obviously we saw what happened last year where it looked like we had Scherzer and then he ends up going to the Dodgers, right? But I mean, today with Josh Hader, I already gave my reaction to that earlier today. I think that was episode 208, so you can check that out on podcast platforms and on YouTube. But yeah, I mean it's a huge addition, and it's an upgrade, obviously. You know, Taylor Rogers, yeah, he pitched good in the first half of the year, but he'd sucked the last couple weeks here, couple blown saves, and this last month, like, that command wasn't there, the slider wasn't there. He threw an extended bullpen session yesterday before the game. I saw him in the bullpen, so they were working on some stuff. He was really lost. And so for the Brewers to take him on, I know they had to give up Ruiz, the Padres did, and Gasser, and Lamet. Lamet's not that big of a deal. The Padres are trying to win this year, and giving up Ruiz, that's not that big of a deal for this year, or probably next year. You know, like, if they get a center fielder with Ian Happ, that's great. If they don't, but they get Contreras, or definitely if they get Soto, I'm going to be happy about that. And you just ride with Grisham in center, or maybe you try Will in center. I have no idea. But giving up Ruiz, like, who's the bigger impact guy, Hader or Ruiz, that can help you go win a World Series? And it's easy. It's Josh Hader. I think Josh Hader is an upgrade over Taylor Rogers. And Robert Gasser, he's not going to be ready for probably a couple more years. And Lamet, I mean, he had a 10 ERA with the Padres in the big leagues this year. Like, he was pretty much pitching in, like, mop-up duty. And you can trade him as part of a deal to get Josh Hader, the best closer in baseball. Like, sign me up for that. So I think this deal, I mean, right now, that's a win. And even if, like, Hader doesn't perform well in the postseason or anything, like, there was no guarantee that Taylor Rogers is going to perform well either, you know? I think the Padres are just betting on the track record of Hader. He's already won 3 reliever of the years. He's a 4-time All-Star. You have him for this year and next year. Like, I said this already earlier today, like, what this says is, it's great to have Hader, but what this says is the Padres are trying to really go all in here. And if they're getting Hader for the next 2 years, you have Manny, Tatis, Musgrove extended, obviously. You'll have him next year. Darvish, Snell, obviously Hader, like I just said. Like, they have a lot of pieces. Go get Soto. You know, like, Hassel and Wood, yeah, they're probably going to end up being impact major leaguers, but making this Hader move and bringing in Bob Melvin and Ruben Niebla this past offseason, like, it's clear that they're trying to win right now. So why not continue to go all in? Like, you're not going to have a better chance to win than this year and probably next year. I don't think, at least in future year, like recent future years, if that makes sense. Like, the near future, this is it. Like, this is their best chance to win. The Dodgers are probably always going to be good. The Yankees, they're probably going to be good, but you got to worry about yourself in the National League. And right now, the Padres roster construction, yeah, there's some flaws, but we might not be saying that there's as many flaws by tomorrow. And then you add that to the positions that they aren't flawed at, you know, with Tatis returning and all that. Like, they're set up to make a run here if they can acquire some more offense on top of this Hader deal. Like, this Josh Hader deal, it's great, but it's going to be greater if they can finish it off and add some more moves around that, add some more offense around the Hader move. Because, yeah, the Padres got better today by acquiring Hader, but they didn't upgrade their offense, right? You know? So it's interesting. And then with Will Myers coming back, I know we haven't talked about that a whole lot. Like, his timing seemed off, I guess, yesterday, but then they call him up today, so his timing got fixed magically all of a sudden. Like, I wasn't buying that. Hosmer isn't playing today. He's day-to-day with the neck tightness or whatever. They can call it whatever it is. Or neck strain. I don't really believe that fully. Like, they want Myers to play first base, and they want to try it because they know that Hosmer's a liability there at first base. So I think it's smart. They don't want to put him on the IL or anything because they still want, I guess, his bat, or if there's a favorable pitching matchup, or they have Grisham, batting in the ninth inning. Maybe they want Hosmer over him. I don't know, but so they're not going to put him on the IL. But he left yesterday's game when he was supposed to leave yesterday's game. Like, he left the game because of the defensive indifference, or not the defensive indifference. He's a liability on defense, so they were doing what the Padres have always done for the last few weeks. They've had Crony go over to first, and then they've had Abrams at second, Kim at short, Manny at third, and Hosmer went out of the game because of the defense. Like, that's what happened. It's not, I don't think it was because of the neck strain. Like, he still had at-bats yesterday with the neck issue. So I'm not really buying that. But yeah, Tyler says he's praying Soto comes to the Padres. I think we all are. Eddie says, why does my gut tell me the Dodgers are going to steal Soto? I really hope I'm wrong. Well, because your gut probably isn't lying to you. Like, your gut is remembering last year where the Dodgers went and took Scherzer, and we were misguided by the Ken Rosenthal report. That's what your gut's telling you. I don't blame you. I think he's either not going to get traded or he's probably going to go to the Dodgers or the Cardinals. Like, that just feels like what it is. I think the Padres should go all in still. Like, I want to make that clear, but I feel like, I'm going to stick with my prediction that I made yesterday. They're going to get a reliever. They got that, Josh Hader. And then I think they're going to get Contreras. I think they're the best fit for him. I think the Cubs, they're going to trade him. They didn't make him an extension offer. And you see all the hugs in the dugout and all that. Like, it's obvious they're going to trade him. And I think the Mets don't want to overpay for him. The Padres, I don't think they'd really, overpay for him. I just think the Cubs, they want to get something back for a guy they're not going to bring back. And everyone likes the Padres prospects. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we don't have to say Estieri anymore. Yeah. Right when we learned how to say his name, he gets traded. Yeah, Luis, I'm glad we didn't trade Nabil Chrismat today. Yeah, I don't think they were going to trade him. I mean, the Brewers made this move. They acquired Taylor Rogers. Yeah, I guess they're still trying to win a little bit this year. But they're not. I don't think they're a World Series team. They already have Devin Williams as their closer. So they didn't need Hader necessarily. They can have Taylor Rogers be the eighth inning guy, maybe take a little bit of pressure off of him. And maybe he could go thrive there. And then the Padres, they get Hader for this year and next year to be a closer, But yeah, with Chris Matt, so getting back to Chris Matt, I don't think Milwaukee needed Chris Matt. I think that the Padres need Chris Matt more than Milwaukee did, that's for sure. I mean, Chris Matt's been so valuable to the team this year. Him and Martinez being able to pitch multiple innings. Who knows what happens with the Soto thing, if Adrian Morejon even stays or not. But if he does stay, then you have Chris Matt, Martinez, and Morejon as multi-inning caliber guys. I mean, that's huge. So yeah, I'm glad he hasn't been traded today. I don't think he's going to get traded. I think he's probably he could be their seventh inning guy. You have Garcia be the eighth inning, Hader be the ninth inning, or at least Hader be the high leverage guy, right? But yeah, I like the shape. I like how their bullpen's shaping up right now. Anthony asks, how's the atmosphere there? I mean, pretty empty, to be honest. There wasn't a ton of people here during batting practice. I mean, it's the Rockies. People don't really care about what's happening in the games right now, They care about the trades, and I understand that. That's why I did a reaction within 5 minutes of that Hader deal. And again, that's available on the podcast platforms and on YouTube if you haven't seen that yet. But yeah, everyone cares about the trades. I care about the trades. I mean, I care what happens today, but I'm just here because, we have a ticket and it's Padres baseball and I still love Padres baseball. But of course I'm going to be checking my phone, and that's what people are going to be doing tonight. they're gonna be watching for trades. Soto might have played his last game as a National today. I think they might still be playing, but he homered off Scherzer a few minutes ago, and I think they tripled. I think he scored from first. He didn't triple. He scored from first on a play earlier today. So yeah, increasing his trade value. I mean, not really. The Nationals are still going to be asking for what they're asking for. Um, there's something in me that hopes that Preller just really is desperate, and he made the hater, and he's like, you know what? I made the hater move. Screw this. I'm gonna go get Soto for whatever it costs. You know, Hassel, Abrams, Wood, Gore, Sia. You know, like hopefully he just does that because I just don't understand. Like he's not putting the Padres in the best position to win this year unless he goes and upgrades this offense by getting Contreras or getting Soto, right? Like him making this hater move, like I've already said, like it's cool, great. You know, it was a great move. I like the move, but I don't like it as much if you don't go improve the offense. Like you're not making yourself more of a complete team unless you finish off this trade deadline strong, you know? Don Play asks, would you take the under in this game? I don't know what the over-under is, so I have no idea. I just subscribed. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to support the channel, there's that super chat button in the comments. And then on regular videos, there is the super thanks button. If you don't want to support the channel financially, totally understand. I appreciate your support by tuning in here. But yeah, if there's any other questions, feel free to shoot them my way. The lineup tonight, Profar leading off, Manny, and then Crony, Voit. Myers is back playing first base. Mazzara, Kim, Nola, Grisham. So no Abrams in the lineup. So maybe the camera's going to be focused on the dugout tonight and seeing if Abrams starts hugging teammates, hug watch, and then we might know something's going on. I'm kind of just tired of all these rumors happening, and I just want to move to happen with the Soto stuff so the Padres can move on and go get Contreras, you know? But we just have to wait it out. All these rumors, the Cardinals are willing to give up this, not willing to give up this, or the Padres, they're willing to give up Abrams, Morahone, Wood, Hassel. Like, I've seen a lot of reports, and it's like, okay, I understand that reporters are doing their job, but it's like, all right, let's get this done. You know, I'm tired of hearing reports. Are we going to get a deal done? Is a trade going to happen, or is it not going to happen? You know? Brisk asks, are you there? Yes, I am here. Yep. I'm down the first base line. Kind of tucked away here, overlooking, what is this, Park Boulevard? Because the music is really loud, and so I know some people can't really hear it when I'm in the stands. So I tried to find a quieter spot here. Hopefully it's better, the audio, by the way. Anthony, waiting for the Nationals game to end? No, trades have happened in the middle of games. No, that's not what they're doing. But I'm just, like I just said, I'm tired of waiting to see if the Nationals are going to trade him. Like Ken Rosenthal wrote in his piece, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? He was like, it's AJ Preller's world and we're just living in it. It's not. It's not, though. You know whose world it is? It's Mike Rizzo's world, the GM of the Nationals. Because he's the one that will move Juan Soto or not. Like, everyone is waiting for that. I'll put it this way. The Padres are waiting for the Soto move to happen, or to not happen, and then the puzzle pieces will start to really fall into place. Because if the Soto move happens, then the Cubs will probably move on to someone else other than the Padres for Contreras and Happ, or Happ, just him. Maybe they could still get Contreras, I don't know. Or if Soto doesn't get dealt, or he gets dealt to the Cardinals or the Dodgers, then the Cubs can go move Contreras. And then the Cubs might want to go to Robertson. Maybe they want to get Contreras done before they get Happ done. Or they want, or they're trying to package all three. And therefore, since the Padres are waiting on Soto to see if they want to get that done, or they want to move on to Contreras, well, if the Cubs are trying to package that, then the Cubs got to wait to see if Soto gets dealt. They got to wait for the Padres because everyone wants the Padres prospects. So it's really Mike Rizzo's world, and it's just a chain link effect after that. Yeah, everyone wants the Padres prospects, and so it might be AJ Preller's world in that sense, but the Padres are sticking it out for Soto. At least that's what it seems like. And so until a decision is made there from the Nationals, then everything else, pretty much everything else, is going to be held up. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going. 6:40 is the first pitch. My Padre pick is Profar. He's leading off. Charlie Blackmon has not been traded. Chris Bryant has not been traded. He got scratched today. No, or plantar fasciitis, I think, is what it is. CJ Cron's still a Rocky. I saw him hitting batting practice today. So no Rockies are really being dealt. Daniel Bard, their closer, I think, agreed to an extension. So it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere. So Padres are the ones making the moves at Petco Park today. And then Joe Musgrove, obviously, with the 5-year extension. I already reacted to that a couple episodes ago. So you can go watch or listen to that if you want to. 5 years, $100 million. Had his press conference today. Finally, it was great to see, Joe talk about his family and the role that his family played, throughout his life, really. And his dad, when he was 15 and how his world kind of turned upside down. But his dad still encouraged him and said, hey, no, continue to go play baseball. Continue to go work here. You're not going to go get a job because that's going to take away time from you, focusing on baseball, So just a real good family story. Hopefully I can get Mrs. Musgrove on the show sometime. We'll see. But yeah, my mom made the extended Girl Musve shirt. It was extend Girl Musve, but that has already happened. If you're on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, you don't really know the joke. There's already been some people at Petco giving me some weird looks today because they're like, they're probably thinking, hey, Musgrove is spelled wrong. I know it's spelled wrong. That's the whole joke about it. But yeah, that's pretty much the pregame show. Brisk here. Will we use Hader tomorrow? I would think that's when he's going to be activated, yeah. Martinez was activated today. Myers was activated. And because of that, Rogers and Estier Ruiz going to Milwaukee, that opened up 2 40-man roster spots. So no one needed to be sent down. Myers and Martinez just got pulled up. So those were the 2 moves. And so I would think that Michelle Baez would get sent, him or Steven Wilson would be sent down when Josh Hader gets activated tomorrow. He's not going to get activated today. He's probably on a flight or just landed here. I think he would get activated tomorrow because they're going to need him tomorrow with the doubleheader because it's not 7-inning doubleheaders, it's 9 innings. And then you got the trade deadline probably happening in like the 6th or the 5th inning of tomorrow's game. So that's going to be wild. So stay tuned to the Talking Friars Twitter and YouTube for all the updates and all that stuff tomorrow's going to be an absolutely wild day. There were a lot of trades today. Mancini going to the Astros, obviously the Padres getting Hader, Rogers going to Milwaukee, Christian Vasquez going to the Astros as well. And it was weird because the Red Sox are playing the Astros in Houston, so Vasquez is switching dugouts. That's one of those situations. The Yankees got Lou Trevino from the A's and Frankie Montas. So the 2 big starters are off the board. Castillo to Seattle, Montas to New York. So a lot of moves happening, but obviously the big one, or the 2 big ones, Soto and Contreras, they have not happened yet. So that's what we're waiting for. Sean here says Rizzo wants basically a whole team for Soto, team of prospects, 7+. He doesn't want 7+ guys. He wants like 5 guys, 5 really good guys, like Morahone, Gore, Wood, Hassel, Abrams. Like I think he wants that. Maybe he wants Merrill too. So maybe it's 6 for 1, but I don't think it's 7. 7's, that's a lot. That's too much. But it is Juan Soto. Like, it's 3 pennant races of one of the best hitters of all time. Or at least that's what he's on pace to be. So is it an out? I mean, he's the one with the leverage. I would ask for the world, too. I don't really blame him for it. I just wish it would end so the Padres can move on and upgrade the offense, because if they don't get Soto and then they don't upgrade the offense, like, the Hader move, it loses some of its impact, because let's say they get Soto or they get Contreras, that will help the offense score more runs. Then you could maybe have some more save situations for Hader to impact the team with. But if you don't upgrade the offense, and yeah, I know Tatis is coming back, but there's still holes in the offense beyond that, right? if you don't add to the offense, and then, okay, how many save situations is Hader going to be in? Probably not as many as if you had Soto or Contreras, or Soto or Contreras and Happ, Ramon Laureano might be another option as well. I haven't really heard his name, though, so we'll see. All right. I think that's going to do it. This has been the Talking Friars pregame show. Padres Rockies, 6:40 is the first pitch. August 1st is the date. August 2nd, the trade deadline tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Stay tuned to the YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, and Talking Friars on Twitter for some of the updates, or all of the updates, Padres-wise. All right, Ben Fadden signing off. See you guys later. Go Padres.